Hi everyone, welcome back to Better with Bridgetta. Today I'm making pineapple puff pastry, and this would be great for dessert or a brunch, for Mother's Day, or maybe for Easter. You're going to need powdered sugar, 1 egg, puff pastry, all-purpose flour, and your fruit choices could be strawberry or the original maraschino cherries, which Mark is going to talk about those in a little bit. Pineapple, you can use canned, which is what we want to do, or fresh pineapple, and you can also use raspberries. So I've taken the canned pineapple out of the can. I have it in my bowl, and the juice is still in here. Now, first time I tried this recipe, we did fresh pineapple, but Mark and I said we didn't prefer that as much as the can. There was more juice, the taste was better. You could certainly use fresh pineapple. You can actually go to the store, get your own pineapple, and cut it yourself. So one of the reasons with that is it's already cut. It's about 1/2 inch thick, which is perfect for this recipe. That's much easier than trying to cut it 1/2 inch on your own. So now we're going to put it on the paper towels because we do want to get rid of some of the moisture. And they're going to drain while I do the next step. All right, I'll let those drain right there. If you've never used puff pastry before, this is what it looks like. You're going to need to let it defrost for about 30-45 minutes. And then I'm going to lay it out on my board here, put a little flour down first, because I want to be able to roll it out. I don't want it to stick to the rolling pin. And I'll probably put a little on top too, might need more, so it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. And I'm going to start rolling it out. So the reason you want to roll it out is so you can get as many of these squares as possible. So here's our pineapple slice. Use that as a guide. And we want to make a square around it, but leave enough space because you're going to cut again. So you're making squares. And then you're going to cut again in the corners. Now you could use a pizza cutter if you don't want to use a knife or you don't have a small enough knife. And you're only going part of the way. Okay. And you're going to bring the corners up and into the middle. Now make sure you've got them tucked in there. There we go. And that's what it's going to look like. So we're going to continue that with the rest. We're going to put it on a baking sheet in just a minute. Okay, now we're going to put the fruit in the center, and I'm going to use Mark's favorite maraschino cherries. I'm going to put 2 in every. I'm trying to get rid of all the liquid. What do you think? Too much, Mark? Okay. Some of these are big. Okay. Then I have fresh strawberries, which I've cut in half. Yeah, I think just half will go. These are good size. Then I have raspberries, which was in the original recipe. Like that. Our last step before it goes into the oven is to put egg wash on. The oven is set to 400 degrees, and now I'll do the egg wash. Make sure you get all the parts, all the edges. I push down the sides a little bit too. Okay, now it's going into the oven. 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. Okay, here's what it looks like straight out of the oven. We did have one escapee. Ooh, okay. So we have to let it cool for a few minutes, and then we're going to put the powdered sugar on, and we're going to taste it. Our final step is to add the powdered sugar. There's our little sifter here. Of course, you can add as little or as much as you want. They really look good. A little more sugar.
I wanted to talk for a second about these Luxardo cherries. They're maraschino cherries. They're from Italy. You can get them on Amazon. They're typically found in cocktail bars where they make old fashions. They're maraschino cherries in a thick cherry sauce. Delicious. Very different from the bright red maraschino cherries we're used to as kids on ice cream sundaes or banana splits. Highly recommend them. They last forever. You never refrigerate them if you get them. Once you open them, you probably want to put them in a Ziploc bag just because the syrup tends to get on the outside. Enough about those. Let's jump in here.
All right. So I'm trying one that has strawberry in the middle.
These are beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, I like that. Oh my God. It's sweet, but not too sweet.
Still very hot.
It's a little warm.
But what a delicious pastry. We've tried these a couple dry runs. They don't hold up because they're, the ingredients are pretty wet. So this is something you'd make and then serve.
Or maybe that morning, serve in the afternoon. Wow. So what do you think of it with the cherries?
They're delicious.
So you have different choices: strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, or a mixture, or the maraschino cherries.
Very creative.
It is. I like it. That's a keeper. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.